So recently we made a short film, and it was about a minute and, is it minute and 30 seconds? It was about a minute long in full length, credits and all. So we finally made a short film, and I know in the previous episode I literally said that I'm not gonna make a short film yet because I'm gonna do scenes first. Yeah. I'm gonna make scenes first, and I'm going to like try to get that scene right, try to get that shot right, because I am into cinematography. I would want to be DP or cinematographer, camera operator, director, those type of things. So I really wanted to get the actual shot right to be able to execute a shot. But I really got a push into making the short film just because of movies, like the Pop-Tart movie. It was kind of just like dang, I really want to do film ASAP, because like it was a really simple comedic movie. And when I mean simple, I just mean it wasn't like crazy effects, you know, like, because you know Iron Man and all the like Marvel and DC movies tend to have like superhero abilities. So they have these special effects, they jump super high, they have these like crazy powers. So those are the type of movies I consider like more complex, you know. So on a simpler side, like Hallmark movies and just cut and color grade type of movies, I love watching those too. That's what I want to do first. So I watched the Pop-Tart movie, and it was so clean and good, and then at the end they had like a dancing scene. It was just so nice, and I'm like, okay, I need to start now. Idea came in my head that night because my dad is always talking about getting old, so I want to make a short film about age of acceptance type of thing, you know. So I used him as a star because right now we don't really have access to actors or actresses and stuff like that. Like, we're in one of those towns where nobody's really talking about wanting to be an actor or actress or in the film industry, you know. Everybody just wants to do like different things away from entertainment. So sometimes it kind of feels like we're alone, so we just gotta use what we can use, work with what we can work with, which is our dad, our mom, you know what I'm saying, each other. So in this short film we used our dad. He's a pretty fit guy, so we just put him through like different workouts to make him look tired and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. So there's a couple things that I did learn from making a short film. So number one was to plan properly. I'm the type of person that if I have an idea, I just want to shoot it right away. There's no planning, I just want to shoot it. But that's very like short thinking, and that's where my sister Janessa comes in, the co-owner of SarJah Visuals. She's the one that's like, okay, let's chill out and let's plan this thing. So that's exactly what we did. We sat at the table and we worked on it and planned it and tried different ideas. We like recorded different things, different shots and stuff like with the camera. It was pretty cool because in pre-production, in my head, it was just to get the camera, make sure there's no specks or a little fuzz on it or whatever. Make sure that you got a mic or something like that and just start recording. But if we're going to actually make these films impactful, take it to the next level and make people engaged, we have to make sure that everything is planned out properly. So that's what I have to really work on. But that's also why having a sister like that and having a partner like that is so cool to have. Basically, I watched this video by Brittany Janae, and it was actually like amazing. One of the things that pushed me into short films, like not into short films specifically, but pushed me to make our first short film. So basically, she told us that everything that you see in film is like, you know, all working together to create this amazing story. But one of the biggest things that's constantly overlooked is the actual production and the set around it. And I didn't really process that or didn't really think about that before, because in my head, when I'm shooting around here, like around my house or whatever, it constantly feels cringy, and I just don't know why. I'm like, is it because I know this is my dad? Is it because the camera I'm using, I feel like it's not professional enough? No. It's because I'm looking through the lens and I'm seeing my own house. And I feel like when you're shooting something very, very familiar, especially as someone who's trying to become that big filmmaker, it's definitely like a cringy or imposter type feeling that it's not a true set. You're not making true film. You're not making a real short film. You're not making a story for real, because you know this table, you know this living room, you know this dining room too well. Like, you live it every single day. So that itself was like super cringy to me, but I had to push through. You know, with the help of my family, I had to push through, and I did. And I really liked the short film, and I got over that little, oh, it's the table I see every day type of thing, you know. But honestly, it was an amazing experience to watch that video by her and really help set that in my brain that the set makes everything. So if I can change the setup like of my house a little bit, like move this vase or whatever, just to create this type of vibe or feeling, That's what's so important, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to do that, and I got to push through, and it was so amazing. It felt so liberating to push through. And then another thing I learned is use what you have and use what you can. So like I said, we're in a town where there's not a lot of actresses, actors, filmmakers, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We do have, like, we do know that there's a couple of theaters around here, but we haven't been able to just actually get in touch or meet these people, you know? So being in a community where filmmakers and actors and actresses aren't loud, you know, it kind of makes us feel like, who do we talk to, who do we turn to, how do we meet people, how do we make a short film with a real actor and actress if we don't really have the ability to talk to them, you know what I'm saying, or we're not around them, right? So basically, number one, like I said, use what you have. So I made a story about something that my dad was really experiencing, because my dad he doesn't really, you know, like to act. He's not really acting, stuff like that. So he made something that's more real to him, that he doesn't have to pretend as much or act as much, you know? So we started with that, and that's what Age of Acceptance is about. It's about my dad accepting that he's getting older. So, you know, screw it, chill out, you know? So we were able to use that, and that was our first short film. But we had to use him, and we had to use the camera that we have, we had to use the light that we have, we had to use the crew that we have, you know, to make this happen. And the crew was like literally my sister and I was director of photography, I was a director, and my sister, she was the director of voiceovers and co-director, and also like the behind the scenes person. So she was also taking care of another camera that was showing what was really going on behind the scenes, you know? So it was a lot of roles that we had to fill up, but we were able to do it. It was like a 2-3 day process type of thing, but we were able to get it done, and we were able to use what we had around us, which is our living room, our dining room, and the people that we had around us, our dad and our mom, to create something that was amazing, and it was an awesome experience to have and to create our first short film. Now, after you make your first short film, I feel like the first step that you want to do is just create something better. I feel like that's something that's kind of universal. Like, once you get this thing done, you want to create something 10 times better the next time. But starting from where we're at, like really looking at where we're at, it's not as far as I thought. I thought we were going to be trash doodle in the dirt, dumpster type stuff, you feel me? But it isn't. Like, it's actually pretty good for where we're starting, and all we gotta do is grow. Like, if we're starting from right here of, you know, where our short film is, or like the level is at, the professionalism is at, the storytelling is at, I'm fine at where we're starting. It actually feels so good to start here and grow from here. Like, this feels amazing just to know where we're starting, and it's like, okay, I can look at that again and not be disgusted or throw up or cringe, but I know that I can do 10 times better next time. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely amazing experience. Last two things I want to talk about is always find time to create film. Always find time to work on your film. You don't have to always create film, but work on your film at least. I am part owner of SarJah Visuals, where we do entertainment, sports, and we are going towards film, you know, because that's the big goal, animation, those type of things. Being able to handle all these different departments is no easy task. I constantly feel like burned out and overworked and stuff like that. So I do have to work on my time management, which is so insanely important in this industry. We have to work on our time management, but I always have to make sure that I do something towards film, because recently I've been feeling like, do I really want to do film anymore? Do I really want to continue this path? Because I haven't been able to pick up a camera and use it creatively. I haven't done my course in a hot minute. I haven't done these things that helps push me forward towards film. So I really want to focus on making sure that I hit film every single day, no matter what. Whether it's my course, whether it's finding a new trick to do, whether it's finding a new shot to do. Like right now I have a shot that I want to do, and it's like, I've seen it in the Ugly Betty show, and it's kind of just like a zoom effect, if that makes sense. Like the surrounding is zooming, but you're not zooming, like the person is not zooming, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what that's called, but that's what I want to do next. So even if I just do a shot, even if I just do a lesson or find more information or stuff like that, I definitely do need to continue to focus on film, because that is my passion. But it's like I'm losing my passion a little bit because of everything else I'm doing. I don't want to lose it, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like I'm being dulled to it, and I like, you know what I'm saying, just loving it less. So I think that it comes from not taking breaks and focus on everything else that's, filming and not really filmmaking. We always do try to add cinematography to everything that we do, no matter what, no matter if it's sports, events, whatever. But creating film, creating a scene, creating a shot is just a totally different feeling and so liberating. And I'm happy that I have my sister that also continues to tell stories also in her animation and writing. And I think that us working together is going to be like an awesome duo, but I just have to make sure I focus on time management, being able to do other stuff besides the sports and stuff like that, because I'm putting too much pressure on myself. I'm rushing myself too much, so I'm gonna definitely get better at that. Another thing is color grading, specifically color grading for movies. There was a flashback in the short film, and I was wondering how do I show that it's a flashback? How does the audience feel like they just took a blast to the past, So I looked at Captain America, and I looked at the Green Arrow, and what they did was they had a little distortion while adding a little yellow tint, and that created this type of flashback effect. Like, you want to tell me that it wasn't a flashback? I knew it was a flashback the second that I saw it, So I said, okay, let me copy that and put it inside the short film, and it did create this flashback effect. It was amazing that I was just able to look at it, know what I see, and then put it in there. That's the biggest thing. Like, being able to look at this thing and say, hey, I know what they did to create this effect. Let me add it to this effect, because I might not always have come up with the idea. If I can look at someone else's work and look at a movie and say, hey, I want to apply this similar type of effect to my short film to create this similar feeling and effect towards the audience, then this is what I got to do. And it feels so good to know that. So that's another thing that I did learn. That's basically it. So those are the couple things I did learn: the color grading, time management, using what you can, how sets can really make a difference in everything that you're doing. And it's just been amazing with the course I'm also doing, which is Tomorrow's Filmmakers, that really helps put insight into the film industry, what I need and stuff like that. And I also have to make sure I always take time, because I've actually filmed this video 3-4 times already. But the thing is that I always do it after I finish a long day of work, and even in that long day of work I overdo myself, and then I have to push myself to do another video. And the last thing I want to do is put little effort or put no effort into this, because I'm so tired and so overwhelmed, and I can't continue it. I can't provide high quality, because that's what I want to do, provide high quality always. If I can't provide that, then I do not want to create the video, So I'm happy that I'm able to do this, of course, with the help of my sister behind the camera, and it feels so good to actually get it done, And then I also learned that lights can be very hot. Every time I was overworked, I came in here and I put the light on, I put the camera on to film this video, and I'd be sweating in minutes because lights are so hot. That's why I got a fan blowing right now, So literally, we are learning on the go. So it feels so good to learn these different things and be able to experience it and get this feedback. Also, one thing I did learn is from Tomorrow's Filmmakers is join a Facebook group. Basically, we couldn't find any filmmakers around here, right? We live in the Panama City area, right? And Tomorrow's Filmmakers said, try a Facebook group. So I found Tallahassee Filmmakers group and Florida Filmmakers. And I said, okay, you know what? Let me just join the groups. I know nobody probably lives up here, but if I'm ever down there, I know who is interested in filming and stuff like that, right? So I said, screw it. You know what? I'm going to put up a text, because it was just a random day. Screw it. I'm going to put up a text, and it's going to say, hey, we're filmmakers around here. We want to learn. If you're 20 to 25 and you have similar goals of just wanting to learn, and this specific part isn't about money, then hit us up. Because of course we're running our other side of videotaping, sports, entertainment, animation, stuff like that, to make sure that we actually can get some type of money inside the business. The filmmaking, we want to make sure that we hit this 100% and then find a way to monetize it. But this is so important, just to be able to know I can actually produce this type of thing. So after I finish my film course, I want to find actors and actresses that live around here, but just in the bushes somewhere, under a house somewhere. So we got to make sure that we find these people. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that when we do finish our course, when we do find these people want to create and work on something to extend their portfolio, and we extend ours, and be able to network with these amazing people and then grow in the industry together. Basically, that is all. Thank you so much. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. and I'll see you in the next video. Here you can check out another episode similar to this one. Well, episode 1 specifically. See you in the next video.